On today's video, we dive into the world of gaming. For those hoping to explore open-world games, the coming year promises some exciting titles that might have gone under the radar. Gamers are looking to see what new open-world games are coming out. Everyone's anticipating big titles like Cyberpunk 2077, but there are some that have flown under the radar or their news has been eclipsed by bigger titles. From large online titles to reboots of classics in a game set in the Harry Potter world, 2021 has some interesting titles coming out. Here are a few of the highlights that many players may not have heard about, but should be keeping an eye on. Number 10. Hogwarts Legacy. There have been a number of Harry Potter-based games since the books came up, but Hogwarts Legacy looks to deliver on a concept fans have been wanting for some time. Instead of focusing on the story and characters everyone knows, loves, and has been inundated by, it's an entirely original story set in the 1800s. Players will step into the shoes of a new student of the school exploring the wide open world of Hogwarts school grounds. The Forbidden Forest and Hogsmeade Village. They will learn new skills, spells, and abilities as they uncover the details about their true dark nature. Number 9. State of Decay 3. State of Decay 3 is going to be the latest entry in a strong zombie survival series. Previous titles saw players struggling to keep a community of survivors alive in a post-apocalyptic world. Challenges include gathering supplies, creating medicine, building strongholds, and keeping the undead hordes at bay. Not much is known about the third title, but it's easy to assume it'll continue the base building survival aspects. The latest trailers show the world will be a cold tundra environment, suggesting it could be set in Alaska, Canada, or similarly cold location. Number 8. Fable. Many fans were expecting the latest Fable title to be a continuation of the series, but it's looking to be a soft reboot of the series. The trailer also suggests that this open world will be less steampunk like Fable 3 and more classical medieval fantasy like the early games were. Not a lot of details have come out, but the trailers suggest that the game will retain its humor, magic, and other familiar components. It could also be that the Heroes Guild makes a return appearance, but it's speculation until more details arrive. Number 7. Hazel Sky. Hazel Sky is an indie title centered around a young man alone on a mysterious island. The youth has been sent to the island to prove his skills as an engineer in order to return home. To do this, we must repair various broken airships around the island. Number 6. Occupy Mars, the game. In Occupy Mars, the game players take on the role of an astronaut looking to colonize Mars. Conquering the alien wastes requires building a base, maintaining systems, and ensuring the colony has enough life support and other systems to keep everyone alive. It seems to be a more technical version of games like Subnautica with a bit more realism thrown into the mix. There are no aliens or robotic threats, just the environmental hazards of Mars and the inevitable degradation of machinery. Number 5. Going Medieval. Another open-world title releasing in 2021 is Going Medieval. It's a city simulation game with various elements of survival simulation thrown in. The world has been decimated by a mass plague, leaving only a few alive. The player must build a stronghold meant to keep everyone alive and rebuild society using medieval technology. Players will be assaulted by hostile factions, sickness, wild animals, and other threats that lurk outside the stone. Number 4. New World. New World is an open-world MMORPG set in a mysterious lands of Eternu, the Eternal Isle. Various factions are struggling for control of what is believed to be the key return alive. The player is tossed into the world and must struggle to survive and uncover the island's dark secrets. While the game did have an alpha launch in 2020, the feedback because the game to be pushed back to 2021 so they can implement the changes suggested. This appears to be a positive thing and most to make the game a stronger and more rounded experience. Number 3. Dead Matter. Dead Matter is an ambitious project by an upstart indie company. The game is meant to be a zombie survival title with roguelite elements. Taking place in Alberta, Canada, the player must gather supplies, find weapons, and survive in a hostile world. At this point, the game boasts the ability to turn any building into a safe house for the player's needs with boarding mechanics. Hunting, farming, and crafting are all essential to survival. An exciting feature of the game is that the world will start to decay over time, resulting in fences being less effective keeping zombies at bay and power failing the city. Number 2. Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. The story-based title Sherlock Holmes, Chapter 1 puts the players in the shoes of the famous detective. In this game, Sherlock Holmes is a young man who's arrived in a mysterious Mediterranean highland to uncover the truth of his mother's death. From appearances, the player is able to explore just about anywhere, talk to almost everyone, and do whatever it takes to get to the bottom of the crime. It's the first part in what looks to be a promising series of mystery, deceit, and crime. Number 1. Stalker 2. Originally announced in 2010 before being cancelled, Stalker 2 has been announced once again with a tentative release in 2021. Very little is known about the new title, with it being unclear if the game is following its previous direction or forging an entirely new path. It can be assumed that it will take place after the events of the first Stalker, thought how long after is unknown. Like other titles in the series, it's likely to be an open world with elements of horror, first-person shooting, and possible survival components. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you like this video, hit the like button, also subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you never miss an update.